Hi everybody, here we have the back nine for the opening round in Pro Division for the Eastern Classics tournament. As always, please do hit thumbs up if you're enjoying the content, and if you'd like to become a subscriber, it's totally free as well. Click the bell button to get notified when we go live. We got -15 again on the back nine to show you here. Hole number 10, I'm trying to see if we can get over there with a berserker. Extra mile 8 minimum. I don't think you will get over in strong winds with an extra mile 6 or 7, sadly. So if you do have bigger drivers, then go with that. If you don't fancy it, it is an aggressive option, then obviously lay up to the right with the QB or the rock. Leave yourself a long iron or short iron. But here I'm going 5 top, 2 right. I adjust max plus 10. Then we are going to go max overpower, even if we don't adjust into full overpower. If you want to use a bubba ball or something to cut the wind down, then that will take your overpower down to about 3 or 4 rings. But it is an aggressive option. Only go with it if you are comfortable doing so. Rolling out very nicely, and then play the wedge here, end Bring a School, 20% elevation. Hole number 11, same approach as before really. It's going to be big topper and 180-yard wood club. Max top spin, half a bar side spin to the right. I'm going with the red ring, touching the rough line here, and then going to adjust max plus 0 on this one. And we do have plenty of room here. You can back up another half a ring if you want to, but you'll see the bounce point here. I do believe we've got, we're not pushing the rough too much at all. So just take a standard shot. Obviously don't do any overpower though. Hit perfect, which is important with the big topper. As you can see, we do have room for the bounce there, and we are just rolling nicely. Don't forget, a great right will clip the rough, but you will most likely roll out and still be fine, as long as it's not a huge great right. Second shot, big dog. Again, go with the wood club that offers you the most top spin. 6 or 7 bars is good here. Wouldn't go any more than 7, to be honest. We don't want to risk the rough on the back. But just pick the wood club that you think is best suited to you in terms of top spin. So 7 top spin, 3 right spin, mid plus 10 is the adjustment here. Medium distance, 10% elevation, and then we're going with a decent amount of the ball outside the adjustment ring to the right, kind of half, 3/4 is fine. Perfect away, and we bounce very, very comfortably there. And we roll just onto the green for a nice eagle putt. Hole number 12. Right to left wind, so I'm not going on the left here because we have to adjust into the sand, and that is a pain. So I'm going on the right, 4.5 back spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. Look at the position of the white ring. Left side just falling into the sand, right side against the sand there, and the ball guide is short of pin. Okay, so just finishing short of pin as you look from the tee. Max plus 10, the adjustment here. And then we're going to take our shot. Obviously, if this does drop, it is a bonus. This is a difficult hole. Important to hit perfect here. We don't want to catch any of the slope. But look at this, we bounce a second bounce on the fringe and just trickles in left edge. So I will take that all day and every day. Hole number 13. Cross tailwind here. We haven't had full send it as yet on this hole. Maybe that's something for the weekend. 6 top spin, 3 bars right spin. Don't need anything more than a power 2 here, to be honest. Aiming dead centre on that fairway. Adjust max plus 10. Then once we're done, we do have room to push this back up to max. You can go with, obviously, Thor's hammer if you want to here as well. Half a ball of curl outside the ring to the right. Be careful not to overpower this shot. That is a common error some people do. Inadvertently OP when they use curl. So just make sure you're not going into OP zone here. And it rolls up very, very nicely. And as with the front 9 here, you've just got to be prepared to adapt on your second shot. We do have a very, very nice tailwind, however, with this drive. I'm doing a pin check here. Move the target over the pin. It gives me plus 3, because then I know when I replicate this shot again for the main go, because this was in practice mode, I've got an adjustment ready. I'm playing with a bar and a half of backspin and a little bit of left spin. I would suggest you just change your side spin to align the shot with the wind after your first bounce, so that it more or less is a dead straight tailwind, because then if you are off a little bit with your adjustment, chances are you'll still sneak it in. I play this one in between mid and max, so dead on 75% slider, 10% elevation. And once again, if you don't understand the slider, check out the Academy tutorials on the channel. We have 2 excellent videos instructing you how to use the slider. And we dropped that very nicely for an eagle. Hole 14, I had quite a few goes at this. Can't quite get it dialed in yet, but we're close. 1.1 bar top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right, and we're going to find this funnel again with the quasar. I have to use a quasar, otherwise you will not be able to find this position because you are close to min distance. So just locate that funnel. Then the adjustment I do here is min plus 25. Min plus 25. And then we're going to take our shot. Important to hit perfect here to try and find this funnel. Bad, great, right. Can risk a glitch roll, but hopefully you will hit perfect and we bounce very nicely, but just missing out to the left. So a little tweak needed on that one. Hole 15, sorry about the berserker, but we have to use one really to have any chance of getting to the green in 2. So apologies that there's a few zerks, but I do think they are necessary really, especially in tough brackets. You are going to need to use a couple to get these drops, or at least these eagles, secured. 4.2 top spin, and go with 1 side spin to the left rather than 2. Adjust max plus 20, and then we are going into overpower, so we will need to use some overpower here. And a little bit of left curl. I wouldn't push it too much though. If you do have more of a crosswind angle than the headwind angle, then you might want to use less curl, because the wind will then push you more to the left. So be careful. Look at this one. We are a little bit close. So you could actually knock the curl off altogether if you want. Second shot, once again, going to be with the Guardian, and we're just going with the max backspin. 7 backspin, 1 bar side spin to the left, and I'm aiming a little bit more to the left because I don't want to be adjusting down off the cliff to the right, because we're going to lose distance. Max plus 10 is the adjustment on this one, and we are again going to need overpower, so you're just going to have to go with that, sadly. 4 rings. Higher level Guardian obviously going to be a bit more accurate, but you just got to go with what you have. And a little bit of left curl, could probably have gone with a bit less, but I'm just conscious of aiming too far to the right because of dropping down the cliff. But either way, look, we bounce comfortably on there, and even with a great ball, holding very nicely for an eagle putt. Hole 16, going for a rough bump here. Starting again with power 0 for sniper level 10, but if you don't have sniper 10, go straight in with a kingmaker. I thought about it with the navigator, but decided against it. So then we're applying spin. Just over 3 bars of top spin and a little bit of side spin to the right, like 0.7, 0.8. Get the ball guide through the hole here. Yellow ring touching the rough on the, touching the sand on the left. Then adjustment here, max 10, power 0. So max 10, but power 0 in the app. And what we need to change here though is I do think I need to do slightly more 1159 pull. I do believe that's the reason I'm missing right. So that will be the tweak there. We are bouncing where we're aiming, so the adjustment is good. I just feel a little bit more pull angle on that. We'll correct that, and we're going to drop that very, very nicely indeed. Hole 17, bit of a knotty little wind here, to be honest. So we're going with either a Titan or a Kingmaker. If you don't want to do that much overpower, go with a Kingmaker. 6 top spin, 2 left spin, extra mile or Thor's Hammer, or low level APOC is good here as well. So I'm just backing off a little bit, looking at the blue ring touching the rough. 6 top, 2 to the right. Sorry, not left spin, right spin. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here, and then whatever you pull into overpower, I would add a little bit more on as well. Like I'm adding 2 rings more here, just to make sure I'm clearing the rough, because the headwind is going to check the ball up. So we bounce over, and look at that, we're a couple of rings clear, but that's okay. I don't want to clip the rough and roll out, even though I'm still going to be fine. We want distance. We want to play with the grizzly for the second shot. And here it's all about just judging your club distance, to be honest. I'm looking at a fringe check here, try and get some reference point, but I've only had 2 looks at this. I go with 1 backspin, 1 bar side spin to the right, going with the Grizzly for the ball guide. Here I'm playing a mid-distance plus 20, but I do believe it's under adjusted. In fact, this might have been mid plus 10 actually. I think I did mid plus 10, but I do need to play mid plus 20 because we do under adjust this one. So that will be my recommendation. Obviously, shorter drive, you're going to want to play a little bit more on the slider. You might need to go about 60% if your drive is shorter, but just judge it for yourself. But I do think 20% elevation will be better on that one. Hole 18, going to show you another hook really if you want to go for it. If not, lay up with the rock and then go sniper. Again, stretching out, so the yellow ring is just by that cut of rough. It's about 2 rings to the left of that red coloured tree. 6 top spin, 2 left spin, max curl, full overpower, full hook. Depending on the wind strength, you may clip the rough on the right and roll out, because this is a slice, they are unpredictable. So you play this shot with that in mind. Second shot, thorn, and once again we need to be going no spin and playing true club distance with 10% over adjustment. But as usual with me, finish line is in sight, and sadly I hit a great ball, so we are not going to get this one in. However, that's something for you all to do if you fancy going with the power hook. So no spin, just leave that ball guide a smidgen short, and then work out your club distance as best as you can. Play it with 10% elevation. However, unlike me, you're going to hit perfect and you'll have a much better chance of getting this ball in the hole. Thank you for watching. Hope your rounds go well. Let me know how they're going on in the comment section down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.